Have you ever been at an arcade, playing a game, and you notice a camera that seems to know you're smiling? It's a kind of weird feeling, right? The machine sees you, it's registering a pattern, but does it really get your joy? In a world that's just packed with these systems, we're going to explore that gap, that space between being seen and being truly understood. And it all starts with a simple, kind of challenging idea. Just let that sink in for a second. That word, user. It's everywhere, isn't it? Every app, every website, every gadget we own. But what if it's the wrong word? What if that one label is actually limiting how we see ourselves and how we engage with this whole digital world? Now, what happens if we swap user with this? You are a witness. All of a sudden, the entire dynamic just shifts. It's not about passively consuming anymore. It suggests a much more active role, right? A presence that has a totally different kind of power. It's all about observing. Okay, so let's really dive into this new identity. What does it actually mean to go from being a user to a witness? And why does this little change in wording matter so much in our day-to-day digital lives? Well, look at it this way. On one side, a user is basically seen as a pattern to be predicted, just another set of inputs, a consumer. But a witness, that's something else entirely. It implies you're a presence, someone who has agency. You're not just a passive bit of data. You are actively observing and responding to the world. And this whole idea really comes to life when you look at these small, almost intimate moments with technology. Let's think of them as whispers to machines, these little encounters of misrecognition and sometimes even outright refusal. Okay, so picture a Tamil poet standing in front of an automated gate that just cannot recognize her name. In that moment, she's not just a frustrated user hitting an error screen, no. She's a witness to the system's blind spot, and she actively steps in to correct it, asserting her real identity against the machine's programming. Or how about this? A Carnatic singer sharing a piece of her incredible cultural heritage with a robot. Now, the machine hears the sounds, sure, but it can't possibly grasp the emotion, the history, the rhythm behind it. The singer is a witness to this huge gap between deep human expression and just artificial listening. And here we have this powerful act of refusal. A nurse, faced with some kind of medical simulation, just pushes back. She isn't just an input for the software to process. She witnesses the simulation's limits and asserts her own human expertise, her own professional judgment. This one's amazing. A child draws a cute little picture of a tram. An algorithm, probably designed to spot threats, misidentifies it as a military drone. The machine sees danger, but the child, the witness, knows the innocent, joyful truth of what they created. And finally, think about a linguist patiently teaching an algorithm how to pronounce her breath. I mean, that is pure agency. It's a human being teaching a machine something so deeply personal, something you can't just reduce to data, the literal sound of being alive. You see, these little stories, they're not just random examples. They actually have a much bigger purpose. They're an invitation for all of us to start seeing our own encounters with technology in a totally new light. The goal here isn't to get to some single final answer. The whole point is the journey itself. It's like a walk where we start paying attention to these moments of friction, these gaps between the human and the machine. Each one is a prompt, a little trace left for us to find. So this journey asks something of you. It's inviting you to respond, to really listen for the gaps between you and the machine, to maybe annotate those moments of weirdness, to correct the system's errors when you see them, and then to share your own experience, to leave a trace for the next person on this path. And after all this walking and listening and witnessing, we get to a really profound realization about who we are in this whole technological landscape. This right here is the heart of it all. A machine is designed to see a pattern, something predictable, something that can be boiled down to data. But your reality, your human truth, that's a rhythm. You are alive, you are embodied, and you are totally, completely unique. And that is the fundamental shift. It's the whole ballgame. You are not just a predictable set of data points. You are a living, breathing, beautifully unpredictable rhythm. And here's the best part. When you start to recognize this rhythm in yourself, you also realize you're not alone in this. You're part of a whole community of other rhythms, all moving together. This isn't some final destination you reach and then you're done. No, it's a continuous practice, a constant way of being. You are always on this walk. So, I'll just leave you with that question. As you go through your day, interacting with all the countless systems out there, what will you witness? What rhythm will you notice next?